Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to this, your February reading and predictions. We are going to dive right in. We're going to check out where you are at now, what's going on for you, what you're focusing on this month, what you don't see coming, as well as some difficult influences or energies that might be getting in your way from moving forward here, Scorpio. For those of you who are new here, my name is Marnie, also known as the Intuitive Butterfly. I am a psychic. I'm also a medium, a certified counselor, and a certified hypnotherapist with more than 25 years' experience in this space. This reading is for anybody in the Scorpio collective. That includes Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Just tapping into your energies here, Scorpio, for February. I'm doing this reading for you at the end of January. I get the sense that for some of you, it may feel like you have a void in your life right now. It seems like something has left the building, is what I've got coming up. What's going on for Scorpio right now? Tell me a bit more about these visions that I'm seeing for the Scorpio collective. What's happening with Scorpio end of January, moving into February? Okay. Interesting cards. Yeah. So you have a 6 and a 9 coming up, and with a 7 in the middle. Yeah. There's something going on for you right now, Scorpio, that has caused you to move into a place of complacency. Now, in this particular deck, if you are interested in any of the decks you see me use today, there are affiliate links in the description down below, but this is from the Osho Zen deck. This card corresponds to the Nine of Cups, but in the context of the Osho Zen deck, it's referring to laziness or complacency or not doing what you need to do in a timely way. And I get the sense that you're not doing what you need to do in a timely way because of a recent ending. Something has ended for you. I'm going to pull a clarification card for that card in just a moment. But what you're actually doing at the moment is you are creating stress in your own life from this complacency. Because you're being complacent, things are piling up and you're feeling stressed and you're feeling overwhelmed. And yet there's still this desire on your part to pull back, to not be doing what you need to do, to sleeping in too long in the morning, to binging on Netflix. I want to say for some of you, you may also be seeing, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, particularly those of you who have been experiencing winter for the last 2 months, you may even be seeing a couple of those winter pounds start to come on, and that is exacerbating the complacency that you're feeling, which is exacerbating the stress that you're feeling. Before I move into the last card, which is a 6, I'm going to pull a card to clarify this this laziness card, this complacency card. Let's clarify this 9 for Scorpio. Let's clarify this 9. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And for some of you, you're practicing avoidance. There's a lot going on. Wow. All right, so let's collect up all of these cards that came out. There's quite a number of them. And let's say, all right, clarify the 9. Clarify this laziness card for Scorpio, please. Yeah, this card does not want to go back in. The Fool. You're avoiding a new beginning, Scorpio. That's what it is. You're avoiding a new beginning. You're stressed out. Something new is supposed to be coming down the pipes at you, and you are scared, intimidated, pulling back, withdrawing, and that's creating stress for you. But here's the thing. The last card that you have for January is the success card. This card corresponds to the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about celebrating your accomplishments. It's about accolades. It's about, oh my God, look at what I've done. And the angels all start singing. When you leave this place of complacency and you step into this Fool energy, into this new beginning that you are being called towards, you're going to step away from this stress and you are going to step into a place where you can celebrate your wins. Now, for those of you that maybe don't feel like there's something big on the horizon, like the Fool type energy is coming in, the success card right next to the stress card is also a call towards just celebrate your small wins too. Hey, I got out of bed today and I ate something other than a bag of chips and a bucket of Ben & Jerry's ice cream for breakfast. Like if you got up and made yourself a scrambled egg instead of having a bag of Doritos, congratulations. Celebrate that win. Okay. Celebrate your accomplishments, because the more that you recognize that what you are doing, you are moving towards a new beginning and some new success. When you celebrate that, the universe sends you more of that, Scorpio. Now, I sense that, like I said, right from the beginning, I was sensing that there was some kind of an ending. Perhaps it was the ending of a job, ending of a career. I'm sensing that for some of the Scorpios out there, it may have even been a voluntary ending. For example, like retirement at the end of 2024, and now you're into 2025 and you're kind of going, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because I worked for so many years. For some of you, this may have been the ending of a relationship, but I still sense that there was some kind of an ending that happened for you in January, and you're still in that mourning, that place of mourning what ended, that place of feeling a little depressed over what ended. And you haven't quite got to the point of wanting to move into the next phase. Let's narrow it down. What is Scorpio focusing on, please? Narrow it down, please. Narrow it down. Okay, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but we'll take it. Scorpio. Yeah. One of the things that you're focusing on for the month of February, healing and mending. And didn't I just say that before these cards even all burst out of the deck? That you're still in mourning for something that you've lost. You're still healing. And this is a card of healing. This is the Three of Swords. Something touched your heart deeply and it's ended. And that caused you to go into a place of laziness or complacency, caused stress in your life, despite the fact that it's a new beginning for you. Well, most people don't realize, Scorpio, and probably one of the biggest lessons that we can all integrate and okay, I'm not going to should all over you, but one of the biggest lessons that we could all learn, that we should all learn and integrate into our lives, is endings are new beginnings. As painful as endings can be, whether it's moving into a place of retirement and giving up a job, whether it's being let go from a job, whether it's the ending of a romantic relationship that's no more, endings are new beginnings. And in fact, I'm sure, Scorpio, if you look back through your life, you will find that when something ends, That old saying, when one door closes, another opens. When we remove certain energies from our auras, from our purview, we have the ability and the opportunity to invite, excuse me, new energies in, new energies that are for our highest good. But here's the secret. You know that movie, The Secret? Law of attraction, law of assumption, all of those fun things about manifesting. Here's the thing, Scorpio. The longer you stay in a state of mourning, the longer you stay in this state of complacency, the longer that you stay in this state of stress, the more it seems as though the door closed and there's nothing better on the horizon. But as soon as you start to celebrate your wins and your accomplishments every single day, guess what? The universe brings you more of those wins and accomplishments, and more of feeling better about yourself, and more healing. This month, it looks to me like the month of February is going to be all about healing deep wounds for Scorpio. You have the Five of Wands coming in. Five of Wands is a card of competition. It's a card of too many cooks ruin the broth. It's a card of we're not communicating. So you'll notice here on this particular, the way it's depicted on this particular deck, and this is from the Light Seer Tarot, but there's an interesting depiction on this little deck as well, on the Everyday Witch deck. But what this card is actually showing is the idea for these five people on the card is to reach the light. Okay, everybody wants to reach the light. Let's go. And they are provided with five wands, an opportunity to be able to build a ladder so that they can reach the light. But what are these guys doing? Instead of working together, open communication, they're competing with each other, they're knocking each other down, and they're completely disorganized. So, one of the things you're focusing on in February, healing, mending relationships with others, recognizing that not everybody is in competition with you, and there is the ability to get out of that. And the last thing that you're concentrating on or focusing on in the month of February is the wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a twist of fate. You now have the Fool in your reading, which is about brand new beginnings. Sometimes you don't see them coming. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about twists of fate that bring us new opportunities, Scorpio. So you have two cards here indicating that there are absolutely some brand new opportunities coming in for you in February. But until you heal those other wounds, those opportunities are going to be put on pause. That's the word that I'm getting. Your other opportunities are paused until the healing happens. Sorry, just a moment. My phone's ringing. Sorry, Sagittarius. I'm running with a bunch of stuff right now. Oh. Normally, I turn my phone off while I'm doing my recordings, but sadly, I've got a few things on the go that can't wait. All right, difficult influences for Sagittarius. Oh, sorry, Scorpio. Why am I saying Sagittarius? Scorpio. Let me get my head back in the game here for you guys. Scorpio. Okay. Difficult influences. I've been saying since the beginning of this reading, before I pulled the very first card, that I felt like there was an ending that happened, and you're still coming to terms with that ending. You are reacting in ways that are normal and human, and yet there is still this draw and this necessity for you to pull yourself out of it by way of celebrating your accomplishments, because there's something new coming for you. But this card here is confirming what I've been saying since the beginning. This is the Tower. So this is confirming that there was, in fact, some kind of an ending that happened, and you're still dealing with the fallout. Also, in your difficult influences, you have the Two of Pentacles. I can tell you right now, Scorpio, you are probably the 10th sign out of 12 zodiac signs to get the Two of Pentacles this month. Now, other people have had it in different areas of the reading, but the Two of Pentacles is coming out regularly right now. Two of Pentacles is about needing to make a decision on the financial front. It's about money worries. Where do I put my money? What do I do with my money? Things may be tight, especially if this was some kind of a financial ending, perhaps the ending of a job or a work cycle or a contract or something like that. And so this is coming up for you during the month of February and your difficult influences. The other thing I want to point out about the Two of Pentacles for you is that on the Two of Pentacles, we have the infinity symbol, right? So he's juggling his two pentacles and he's going around and around and around and around and around and around with this infinity symbol. And it's an indication that decisions are hard for you right now. And that's not surprising because when you're coming from this place, when you are stressed out, yeah, you know what? It's hard to make decisions from that place because you're not thinking clearly. You're in that fuzzy brain. Oh, what comes next? Is it insurmountable, Scorpio? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is something that once you actually make up your mind, make that decision to step up and step into this Six of Wands and to accept this Fool energy and Wheel of Fortune energy, that there is something really, really good coming for you. When you step up and step into that, yeah, things are going to be really, really positive. You have the Knight of Pentacles coming in here. Now, the Knight of Pentacles can sometimes indicate travel, the necessity to move, possibly from one locale to another, all of these things, but not always. But the Knight of Pentacles is also a character of having planned for the future. And this coming up in your difficult influences is telling me that, at least for those of you, the Scorpios, that I'm picking up that this ending, this Tower card and this adjustment period is maybe about either a job loss, but for some of you, I'm sensing it's more like not so much like a firing, but more of a maybe a contract buyout, a retirement, the ending of a contract that just wasn't renewed. And for those of you that resonates with, and again, like this is a general reading for everyone in the Scorpio collective. There's thousands of you out there. If you're interested in delving deeper into this on a personal level, I do still have space in my calendar from time to time for private readings, and I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to dive into that. But this Knight of Pentacles is saying that some of you are bumping into, did I save enough money to get me over this hump before the Fool and Wheel of Fortune energy kicks in? And what I'm picking up for you is that, yeah, you probably did, but there's still that pervasive fear because things have changed for you, because there was an ending. Now, for those of you who were involved in perhaps a relationship or a partnership that ended, again, there are fears and concerns regarding finances as a result of the ending, but I'm not sensing that it's the end of the world for you guys. You're in a rut right now. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. You're, as your outcome. Okay. You're in a rut right now. It's not insurmountable, but you have to step up and take some action during the month of February. The only person that can get you out of this is you. Like I said, celebrate your accomplishments, practice gratitude, move into that place of healing, recognize that there's this new beginning. And the other thing that you're getting in your outcome right now is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a character that comes into your life and he gives you advice. Advice that you need, but you don't necessarily want. He delivers advice to you in a manner that may get your back up, that may rub you the wrong way and feel like sandpaper on your bare skin. And yet it's advice or news that you absolutely need. And in hindsight, whenever this character shows up, it's funny. Whenever this character shows up, people always tell me, oh my God, somebody gave me advice. And I was so angry when they gave me that advice. But after I slept on it for a night or two, I recognized that it was the best damn thing that ever happened. And I followed their advice. I hear that over and over and over again, Scorpio, when this card comes up. So during the month of February, there's a good possibility that someone's going to come along and they're going to give you advice. And it may even be parts of this video that are the advice that you need to hear. And that is, you got to get out of this complacency. You got to get out of this place of stress that you've created for yourself. You've got to heal this. There are certain steps and actions that you can take to heal this. Because you have 2 more cards coming out in your outcome. And to me, both cards appear elsewhere in your reading. And to me, this is a choice. In your difficult influences, you have the Tower. In your outcome, you have the Tower. But in what you are moving into, in February, you had the Fool. And in your outcome, you have the Fool. This is about new beginnings. In this particular deck, the fairy deck, it's called the Dreamer card. It's about amazing new beginnings. Embrace your true purpose. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow your path. Now, to me, this little card, which is the Fool card, came out right at the beginning, saying you have the choice to step into this energy. This card, the Tower, coming up in your difficult influences, is a choice. You can either step into this or you can lean into this. And your outcome is basically a choice in February. What do you choose, Scorpio? Do you choose healing and success and moving forward and stepping up into new opportunities? Or do you choose to sit in mourning? It's a choice. It's a conscious choice. And I really think that this King of Swords, this King of Winter coming in for you, is probably a friend or a family member that comes along and really wants to give you a quick, swift kick in the butt. That is the motivation and the drive behind you picking yourself up, healing, and stepping into this fated new beginning that appears twice. Well, actually 3 times, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, and then you've got the Fool card twice. I'm going to leave off your reading there, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the middle of February for your mid-month check-in.